Hello, what's up, y'all? Hey, this is your boy Omson the Real. Well, I pray and hope that this video reaches y'all in the best of health and in the best of spirit. So, today I wanted to speak about the situation of the Sierra Leone people, the people from Sierra Leone who lives in Germany. Uh, as many of you already might have known, uh, for like 2 weeks or so now, uh, the news has been going around that the Sierra Leone government has signed a deportation agreement with the German government, agreement which is aimed at deporting Sierra Leone people back to Sierra Leone, deporting rejected Sierra Leone asylum seekers back to their country of origin, Sierra Leone. I have heard it first on the 13th of last month. I had an appointment at House 51, where it's like a migration office, you understand. If you live in Munich, you know that place. When I went there, I saw a lot of police cars, you understand. I saw a lot of police cars parking outside the building. You understand? From there, I suspected there is something serious going on here. At first, I thought even maybe some angry or deceived migrants had caused some trouble within the building there. So I asked one of the security guards there, but the person couldn't give me more clearance on the situation there and on the reason the police cars are parking there and the presence of the police in the building there. The security guard couldn't give me much details about it, but he said to me that it seems that there's a lot of deportations taking place on that particular day. So I went inside and did what I had to do in the office there. On my way outside, I met two African guys standing outside there discussing different issues, of course, having to do with the migration and migrants. I joined the conversation. One of them happened to be from Sierra Leone. So I asked these people about the presence, if they have, what they have any idea about the reason the police cars are parked outside the building. The Sierra Leone guy said to me that they are all here to bring Sierra Leone people for identification. Some of them they bring from their accommodation centers. Some of them they bring from prison, you understand, for the purpose of identifying them, because up there in the building they had some Sierra Leone officials who were brought from the Sierra Leone embassy to assist the German migration authorities on identifying these individuals, to identify their true identity, using their dialects, using like tribal marks, you understand, using their knowledge or understanding of the geography of Sierra Leone, you see. So this guy explained to me about these things. So I went away, and I have some Sierra Leone friends. I have some Sierra Leone friends. Some of them like brothers. You understand. I contacted few of them and asked them about the situation, whether they have heard about it. You understand. And it turned out that all of them had already heard about it, and they were all worried. You understand. They were all worried. You see. And a few days later, I myself know of two Sierra Leone guys One of them, I heard that he was arrested by the police. The police come to catch him at his home or his house where he stays. The police came to catch him at around 5 o'clock in the morning, like they do whenever they want to deport someone. They come around 5 o'clock in the morning because they know that at this time you must be home. You understand? The police went to arrest my friend in his home. You understand? They arrested him and they took him to Esburg. There's a place they call, I think, Esburg. They took him to this place. It's like a prison. You understand? It's like a deportation center, which is a form of prison. You understand? Because you are deprived of everything that real prisons deprives you of. You see. And one of my other friends, this guy, they arrested him and they even deported him, because when they arrested this guy, they found him with a passport of his country. When they arrested him with a passport of his country, they deported him back immediately to his country. The next day, they deported him to his country. While the other one, he's still in a deportation center at Esburg. I think they call the place Esburg, something like this, in Bavaria here. You see. So it's a serious issue. Also, the Sierra Leone people have been protesting for the past weeks. They have been staging protests outside the immigration office at House 51 Hoffman Street, like they say in Dutch, Hofmannstraße 51, Hoffman Street 51, which the main immigration office found. Protests took place there. People had gone there with tents to protest against the deportation attempt or threat. You understand? And also in different areas of Munich, people have fixed tents and are protesting outside in the streets, sleeping outside and also protesting. You understand? It's a serious issue. Myself, I am in contact with some of the pro-refugee organizations, people who stand with the refugees, who fight for the rights of refugees to stay. You understand? I'm in contact with some of the people who works with some of these organizations. I got in touch with them and asked them whether they have any idea of what's going on with the situation of the Sierra Leone people. They all said to me, no, it's not even registered in their systems. You understand that Sierra Leone people are supposed to get deported, or any set date for the deportation of Sierra Leone people is not something that's found in their systems. You understand? Myself also, I went to their websites and searched everywhere. I don't see a mention of Sierra Leone deportation. Normally, the countries that are said to, the African countries to which deportations are supposed to be carried out in this month or next month or whensoever, these countries are Senegal and Tunisia. There was a deportation set for Senegal like yesterday. Yesterday, a deportation was set for Senegal, and tomorrow there is supposed to be a deportation to Tunisia. These are the two African countries in the list for deportation for now. Senegal and Tunisia. Senegal's own was yesterday. I don't know if it was carried out or was delayed, but Senegal was mentioned in the list. And also Tunisia is mentioned, which is to be carried out tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. What is written in the system here is that it is tomorrow for the Tunisian deportation. You see. So Like I said, I made some research also on the internet, you understand, to try to find out or to try to get hand on any mention of the deportation of Sierra Leone people from Germany back to their home country. I tried to find a mention of it on any German website or on any German government website, you understand, or from any reliable source. It was very hard to find. So at that point, I realized that this is just a political tuki job, you understand, a political job between the German government and the current Sierra Leone authorities. You understand? There is just some German political party maybe who is looking for points from the German people. As you know, Germans are always demonstrate they are sick and tiredness from us migrants. You understand? So most of the political parties, what they do now is to use us migrants and refugees and asylum seekers to get points from the German people, you understand. So what I believe is that there is just a German party, you understand, who made this deal with the current Sierra Leone authorities, gave the Sierra Leone authorities some money or some advantages, political, social, or economic advantages, you understand, in Germany or in Europe here, in order for the Sierra Leone government to give them this deal of deporting innocent migrants who have risked their lives, you understand, through the desert to Libya, from Libya to cross the Mediterranean Sea also, which is a great risk of life, you understand, to come to Europe, and then only to find themselves being arrested from their sleeping place, from their homes, and deported back to their country where they started from zero. And many of these people, they just deport them, but they don't know what really is waiting for them home there. What the government plans against them, they don't know. Whether they have already existing problems in the country for which they escaped, they don't know. As you know, Sierra Leone is a country that crossed war not like very long ago, you understand. There is still some beefs existing between some people there, you understand. And all this could, you understand, be part of the reasons many people escaped from their country, Sierra Leone, to come to Europe and other parts of the world and seek for asylum and for international protection. It's unjust then to deport these people back just for your political points, just because you seek political points from the German people. And it is a shame on the Sierra Leone government to sell the lives of these people, you understand, just for political gains, social or economic, or just to have points from the German authorities or support from the German authorities, you understand. You have to endanger the lives of these poor Sierra Leone men and women who escaped the country because nothing is going well there, who escaped to come to Europe, you understand. You see, so here is a website on which I have also found a lot of information regarding the protests of the Sierra Leone people. Here is the website. As you can see, this is the website infomigrants.net. You understand, on this website you get to find a lot of info regarding the protests of the Sierra Leone people, and also the interviews some of the protesters have given to the founders or the owners of this online newspaper, infomigrants.net. It's a group, or rather a website, which is interested in the issues surrounding migration, migrants, migration, refugees, and asylum seekers. You can also check it out. There are a lot of valuable information, you understand, about migrants from around the world, especially from Europe, and in particular, especially from Germany. I'm going to read some of the things they have shared on this website regarding the current protests and the situation, the general situation of the Sierra Leone people here in Germany. I'm going to read it now. Okay. The website, or rather the group info migrants.net, the website deemed this identity checking, or rather identity check of the Sierra Leone people as very degrading and racist and divisive on the part of the German authorities. They think they don't supposed to do this to the Sierra Leone people, to call them and try to identify them as Sierra Leone or not through tribal marks, you understand, or through dialects or through etc. They said this is degrading and it is racist. So some of the things that are written here, which I'm going to read to you guys now, are here. As you can see, this is not something that I have said, but I have found on this website. These are people who went to interview the protesters. As you can see, there is this man here. I think I know this guy somewhere in Munich. He is on the website here. They interviewed him. I'm going to read to you also his answers to their questions. I think his name is Victor Camara or something like that. Some of you who live in Munich, you might know him, since he is said to be something of Sierra Leone's in Munich here. So migrants, I'm going to read to you guys. So I'm going to read to you guys now what I have found on this website regarding the protesters that are taking place now in Munich by the Sierra Leone people, a protest against the deportation attempt of the German authorities. Here we go. Migrants from Sierra Leone who are living in the German state of Bavaria are being made to attend identity hearings, fearing that the objective is to have them deported. They have been staging a protest in Munich. In Sierra Leone, it is known as Temple Run. That's the name for the risky journey that Sierra Leoneans, mostly young people, make to try to reach Europe via Libya and the Mediterranean Sea. And just like in the popular mobile phone game, the obstacle and challenges never seem to stop. That's why, despite having made it to Germany and having a secure job as a mechanical engineer, Victor Camara has had to sleep on the street outside house number 51 Hofmannstrasse in Munich, to be exact, for over a week. He's been camped out in front of the immigration office along with more than 100 other Sierra Leonean migrants who are demanding that the authorities drop plans to deport them. What's the protest about? Since last week, officials from the Sierra Leone embassy have been carrying out identity checks. Let me explain a little bit this one. So they said since last week's officials, people working at the Sierra Leone embassy here in Germany, they have come to Munich here, and they have been helping the German authorities to identify Sierra Leoneans. You will find that it's not even These are not even people from the German, the Sierra Leone embassy in Germany, but rather people, just agents getting paid good by the German authorities to help them make up lies against the Sierra Leoneans living in Munich here. They are shameless. These people are really a worthless people. You understand? How the hell would you come and help these people to identify or to help them in any way with anything that will ease for them the deportation of your countrymen and women who have suffered, who have struggled, who have crossed hell to get to Europe here seeking a better life and the better protection they cannot get in their country? How the hell would you go and help the German authorities in any way to facilitate the deportation of these people back to your country? They do this because their brothers, all those are people whose brothers come to Europe how they want. Sierra Leone is, the soil is very rich, but the people are very poor. You understand? Because the resources are all controlled by these politicians, their family members, the people, the family members of their wives. You understand? Their wives' friends. These people, you will find all of them living a life of luxury here in Europe, while you guys are suffering in refugee camps, stressed out day and night with stupid letters from the German refugee system. They will be living a life of luxury here in Germany and other European countries. If everything's right, they should stay their home. Why they come to Europe? Most of them, not only Sierra Leone politicians, but most African politicians, most of African politicians, if not 99% of them, their family members, friends, and everything are living life of luxury here in Europe. While we, the people, we are suffering to find a plate put on our table, to find little amounts to support our families back home. You understand? They are living life of luxury, and then these same people, there are people who are ruling the country. They sign again deportation deals with our respective countries. You understand, saying that everything's right, you can bring them back. Shame on these people. Shame on them. Shame on them. Their family members in Europe supposed to be dealt with. They should go back. So let me continue with my reading here. It is very sad. So since last week, officials from the Sierra Leone embassy have been carrying out identity checks in Munich to see whether migrants without documents who claim to be from Sierra Leone are actually from there. Sierra Leoneans in Bavaria, many of whom have been living in Germany for years, are worried that this could lead to their being sent back to the West African nation. Of course, people are worried. Identity check, if they are checking your identity, the only thing that the only aim behind it is to deport you once they find out who you are. You understand? Once they find out who you are, they will deport you back. You see, we fundamentally reject this degrading practice which leads to deportation, said Kamara, who is the chair of the Sierra Leone Association in Munich. This is the guy, Kamara, who is speaking against this deportation attempt. He's here. He's also the chair of the Sierra Leone people in Munich here. So Kamara said, we fundamentally reject this degrading practice which leads to deportation. Okay, more than I'm continuing to read. Uh, I'm continuing to read what is written on the website here, like I said before, regarding the situation of the Sierra Leone people, also the protesters. So more than 200 people have been sent letters asking them to attend interview where the Bavarian Refugee Council says they are questioned to find out whether they speak and look like Sierra Leoneans. Can you imagine what kind of a stupid idea is this? So they invite the people in there to see and hear whether they look like Sierra Leoneans and whether they speak like Sierra Leoneans. Okay, Sierra Leoneans might have a particular dialect speaking way, but the looks, Sierra Leone people, Mali people, I don't know, Burkina, Niger, you understand, Guinea, Senegal, we are all this, we all look alike, you understand. There is no big difference. It's because it's the same people, you understand. You all look alike. So how can you call the people to go and you see? It's very discriminatory. This practice is a very discriminatory practice. You see. So Amadou Dipama, a former refugee from Burkina Faso and spokesperson for the Migration Advisory Board of the city of Munich, said it was a racist practice based on arbitrary criteria. This is said by Amadou Dipama, who is origin of Burkina Faso, but who is also a spokesperson for the Migration Advisory Board of the city of Munich. The Refugee Council says the interviews are being conducted in order to find out if they come from Sierra Leone based on language ability, pronunciation, dialect, appearance, traditional tattoos, etc., etc. This is not aimed at checking whether people are falsely claiming to be from Sierra Leone, although this does happen according to the embassy, but is intended to find out who is from Sierra Leone and then to issue them with travel document that would allow them to be deported. You see, the Refugee Council said the truth is. They said this is not only intended to find out who is from Sierra Leone, but to find out who is Sierra Leone and then issue to the German authorities a TC, you understand, a travel document which is used to replace a passport and use it to deport a refugee back to his home country. You see, here is how the invitation letters look alike. I say invitation letter. The letter they usually send people to come for that identity checking. Here is how that letter looks like. Here is how that letter looks like. This is exactly the letter they send to people to come and have interview with the authorities in presence of Sierra Leone agents who are here to identify Sierra Leone people, and then the embassy to issue a TC and get the people deported back to Sierra Leone. This one they have put here is actually was for one Sierra Leone family who lives in Bartels. They didn't mention names of the families here, but it is a family, man, woman, and his children. It is traumatic for many Sierra Leoneans who have received those letters. Kamara said, many of them have been working, many of them have done their house building, like a professional training or apprenticeship to learn something. In German language, they call it Ausbildung. Many of them have kids here in Germany. and now you are trying to separate them from their kids and their families to send them back to Sierra Leone. This is what Kamara said. People who have received a letter but don't turn up to their hearing risk being charged with offense, as the law says that anyone seeking protection in Germany has to cooperate in obtaining an identity document. So they said anybody who refuse to cooperate, who refuse to show up after receiving the invitation letter to come for the identity checking for that interview, aim to check your identity. Anybody who received that letter and failed to show up, that person can be fined or can be persecuted in one way or another. Since the German refugee law states that anybody who fails to cooperate with the German authorities, any refugee or asylum seeker who fails or refuses to cooperate with the German authorities in identifying himself, that person should be persecuted, punished in one way or another. You see, they said in some cases also they can even forcibly be taken by police to attend the hearing, you understand, or they can be given dundul because they refuse to attend this hearing, you understand. You see, it's a very shameful thing on the part of both the Bavarian authorities and also on the Sierra Leone authorities, you understand. So according to this website, okay, according to the Süd to the Süddeutsche Zeitung newspaper, Süddeutsche Zeitung newspaper, according to that Süddeutsche Zeitung newspaper, there were officially more than 540 Sierra Leoneans living in Munich alone at the end of 2020, according to the Süddeutsche Zeitung newspaper. Most of okay, according to Kamara is speaking now. Kamara said most of us came here to have a better life, and we are contributing to society. Kamara said it is here. And we are contributing to society. And we are contributing to society. When I turn around and look, these are nearly all young guys, he said, gesturing towards the Sierra Leoneans gathered at the street protest on a cold autumn afternoon. I think the oldest would be around 35 years old, said Kamara. They are healthy and they want to go to work and they want to learn. If they are deported back home, these guys will start roaming on the streets. There is no future for them there, Kamara said. While there are the ones who are sleeping on wooden pallets, not all those at risk are men. Women and girls in Sierra Leone are routinely subject to sexual violence, rape, and traditional practices like female genital mutilation, said 25 years old Fatima. Now it's a woman by the name of Fatima speaking, who fled Sierra Leone 5 years ago. I want Germany to protect the Sierra Leoneans. I want them to stop the deportation, Fatima said. So reaction from, now I want to read reaction from Landesamt, different Landesamt, you understand. After this post was shared on this website, the infomigrants.net also spoke with with the boss of Landersamt, leaders of Landersamt, you understand. Now I'm going to read their reaction and what they say here regarding this identity checking of Sierra Leone people. Now, reaction from authorities. After this article was first published on October 28th, a spokesperson from the LFAR, Landesamt für Asyl und Rückführungen, the Bavarian Regional Office of Asylum and Returns, told Info migrants that one of the aims of what they call the identification mission is to explain to the foreign delegation, the visiting Sierra Leone officials, you see, the visiting Sierra Leone officials as well as the interviewees, the prospect of voluntary return, and thus to achieve a better understanding of the possibilities and opportunities associated with it. What the Landersamt said now, what they say as a reaction, you understand, when they got after this migrant website shared this news about the Sierra Leone people's deportation, their protest, you understand, and what they are demanding, what the protesters are demanding. After this group shared this info on their website, they got contacted by the Landersamt, you understand, for clarification. The Landersamt contacted them and try to clarify to them the aims of this identity check that's currently going on the Sierra Leone people. The Landesamt for Asylum, the Bavarian Regional Office for Asylum and Returnees, Landesamt, we understand, for asylum and for returnees, said that the aim of this mission is to explain to the Sierra Leone delegation who came here to identify Sierra Leone people. They want to show this delegation, the Sierra Leone delegation, you understand, the Sierra Leone people, or people they have here claiming to be Sierra Leoneans. They want to assure these people that, yeah, these people are actually Sierra Leone people, you understand. And they also want to show the Sierra Leone people, asylum seekers and refugees or migrants here in Bavaria or in Munich here, they want to show these people that there is a opportunity of voluntary return to Sierra Leone, and also there are some compensations that comes with voluntary return to Sierra Leone. You see, the truth is that the German authorities have requested a deportation deal with the Sierra Leone authorities back in Sierra Leone. You understand? And the Sierra Leone authorities accepted this deportation deal. You understand? But now the German authorities and the Sierra Leone authorities are kind of not sure whether the people whom they deem Sierra Leone are actually Sierra Leone or from some other African countries and claims to be from Sierra Leone. So what they do now, they send officials, they send agents to come and identify the Sierra Leone people. You understand? But what they are pretending to say now, what the Germans are pretending to say is like, oh, Sierra Leone people want their people back to Sierra Leone. So they send a delegation here. We want to show this delegation that these people are actually Sierra Leone people. You understand? So this is a political game, a very deep and nasty political game going on between the Sierra Leone government and the German government. Mostly when they take such decisions, they go to the embassies first. You know, the embassies are the direct, like, puppets of the presidents, of our African president. They go to the embassies first. They corrupt the embassy. You yourself, you know our people. Once these people stand at their door to request anything, they cannot refuse. Because if they refuse, they will disqualify this person as an embassy. You understand? They can't make this ambassador lose his job. They can't make the counselor lose their job, you understand, here in Germany, and replace them with someone who will help them attain TC to deport people whenever they want to. So for this reason, whenever they stand outside our embassies or in front of our embassies to request a deportation deal, they cannot refuse. They are worthless, foolish people. They cannot refuse. You understand? They give these people whatever they ask for. Even if they ask them to murder all of us, they will give them the permission. Because they don't care about us, the people. They are not here for us, the people. They are here for their own business, their work, their deals. You understand? They are not here for me and you as a people, as Africans here in Europe. You understand? They are here for just business deals between themselves, their family members, and the European politicians. Finish. So, brothers, it's not easy, man. You see, it's not easy at all. I'm telling you. So, to continue reading, so promote voluntary return. After this article was first published on October 28, a spokesperson from the Landesamt für Asyl und Rückführung, the Bavarian Regional Office of Asylum and Returns, told Info Migrants that one of the aims of what they call the identification mission is to explain to the foreign delegation, the Sierra Leone delegation, what I have explained right now. The visiting Sierra Leone officials as well as the interviewees the prospect of voluntary return, and thus to achieve a better understanding of the possibilities and opportunities associated with it. The LFAR, the Landesamt, promotes the voluntary departure of foreign nationals, in particular those who are obliged to leave the country to their country of origin or to a third country that is willing to accept them, through return counseling, support for return and reintegration projects. The aim is to motivate these individuals to make the decision to return to the respective country of origin voluntarily. The survey obviously also serves to create the conditions for repatriation. There is no immediate repatriation in the context. Landesamt says this. Landesamt says this. There is no immediate repatriation in the context of the interview. Landesamt wrote, so far on 11 days, 254 people in total turned up for their hearing. Landesamt said on each day of hearing, the office invites between 30 and 45 people. So that was it, brothers. I just tried to read to you guys what exactly is going on. You understand with the situation of the Sierra Leone people, and also shared my thoughts. You see, to my Sierra Leone brothers, one of the worst things you can do is to bring any any mean of identification, and give it to these people. You understand? When I do that, it's like you have taken part in your own demise. You see. So I hope that this video help some of you and understand some of the things that are currently going on. That's it, guys. And by the way, to those of you who are not subscribing to my YouTube channel, after watching my videos, always remember to like them, share with other brothers, and also remember to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like and drop a comment. You understand? That's it, guys. Until next time, see you again. Boom.